to you. I was not the first user of this robot. Okay. Sometimes when I speak to people, they say that maybe I'm successful in Royalq because I got in fast. How many of you think like that? How many of you think like that? I'm gonna switch on my camera just for learning purposes, but I'm not in that place. How many of you think that Royalq worked for me because maybe I was one of the first people to know about it? Let me know in the chat if that is your mindset. That maybe Julius got started in Royalq faster. How many of you think it's the reason why Royalq worked for me? Okay. All right, Royalq. I'm not the first user of this robot. Royalq had over 500 users in Uganda plus. Over 500 users plus in Uganda. Plus. And I remember very well when I left Masaka and I went to Kampala to learn about Royalq, I I entered an area called Thomban Center. Thomban Center is located on Ginger Road in Kampala. Those of you, excuse me, I'm just from the gym, but I had to come direct here. So basically, I went to Thomban Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I was 5 months behind my rent. These I'm telling you facts. I was 5 months. And for me to go to look at Royalq in 2021, I did not go to start the business. I went to rob the money that my friend had promised me. Because by then, this guy had introduced me to Green Gold, which was a return on investment business that had closed. After Green Gold, this same guy had introduced me to an AI robot that was making advertisements for companies digitally online. So I was really fed up and tired. So when he called me and told me, Julius, I want to show you another boat or a business that's going to change your life, I was not buying his idea. I basically refused. But this guy was wise. He told me, Julius, don't worry. Let me give you a 10,000, sorry, 100,000. You come to Kampala. I was like, my brother, make it much more. You must also give me the transport. He sent me the 100,000. I went to Kampala and I saw the business. But ladies and gentlemen, the seeing of the business was not enough. And that takes us to our topic for today that I want us to discuss together. When I talk about, I'm going to show you a very straight roadmap that I'm basically following to make sure that Royalq builds wealth for me. And it's going to be up to you whether you either use the same formula or basically you do not. Okay? But for me, I want to do my part. Number one, you cannot build wealth with Royalq if you don't do what I call current wealth diagnosis. I don't write very well. But diagnosis means you sit down and discover where you are financially. And I usually call this the 3S. Are you into a suffocating financial situation? Julius, what do you mean by suffocating? You find it very hard to pay your bills. You need this robot very seriously. Are you into a suffocating financial situation? Now, everybody on their stage, their approach to the business should be very different. Okay? So if you are into a suffocating situation, it means that data is a problem, rent is a problem, you cannot pay your bills comfortably, you find it hard to pay your bills. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very hard for you to build wealth when you have bills. Usually people say when you get money, save some before you pay your bills. But I want a genuine answer. Is it possible for you to save money when the landlord is knocking your door? Give me a genuine answer, my brothers and sisters listening to me. Is it possible to keep money in the bank when your children are hungry? Sometimes it is very hard. You can't keep money when you are hungry. Yeah? You cannot stay that it's not possible. So you need to get out of this suffocating situation if that is where you belong. You need. And so what shows that you might be in a suffocating financial situation? Number one, apart from bills. Now, good enough, you have started the Royalq business. But whoever is listening to me and your trading capital is less than $10,000, because if you have a capital of $10,000, look here, guys, you can decide and say, you will expose often in trading and you leave $3,000 just there in your. Talk about all the different ways of making money in Royalq. How many of you have been in the business and there comes a very good coin in Royalq? It is pumping. You love it, but all your capital is stuck and you have nothing to do. Give me a one in the chat if I'm speaking to you. Because you don't have reserve. It's like there is a coin people are enjoying money on. You also love, like yesterday we had TRB. Today we had LPT. We had MLN and so many other coins that have been pumping. But you wanted to trade these coins, but you don't have the capital. Don't you think it has been a lost opportunity? Let me know in the chat. It has been a lost opportunity because you have a suffocating capital situation. Your capital is suffocating. It can't help you to take advantage because in your trading approach, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your capital, you must have some reserve that is not used for anything. It is there waiting for good opportunities to maximize them. Am I speaking to someone? Am I speaking to someone? Let me know in the chat. And you must define your current situation very well and very clear. And your approach to the business must be different. So if your capital is less than $10,000, you are in a suffocating situation. You see, when you are trading, you must have a certain amount of capital that is there redundant. You see where we are right now? Like you see, even if you do technical analysis, those of you who are with me in the morning class, we analyzed the coin called Kato, but the market went against us. You get what I'm talking about? But if you have a reserve capital, after Kato had caught us, another coin LPT came up and it has been doing wonders. But if you have the reserve of 3,000, you see how it's going to help you to maximize those opportunities repeatedly. So if you have not yet reached this level of having surplus to play with in the market, you are still suffocating. And unless this is coming from your heart, is very, very clear with you, your approach to the business must be very different. Now, I have defined the first person. Level. For you is sufficient, you are good at paying your bills. Your bills are moving very well. But still with you, if you also in your account, you who is having sufficient, your capital is less than $10,000. Do you know that you are able to pay your bills, but you are still suffering financially? So it means that you are sufficient to bills, but when it comes up to financial freedom, on your road to be financially free, you are suffocating. But at the end of the day, I want everybody to learn to surplus. I want us everybody to go. Gentlemen, it is a journey. It's not a destination. Come true. I've been able to get you amazing points. So number one, for us to be able to become financially free or to build wealth with Royalq, as we are building wealth with Royalq, number one, we must earn passive daily trading profits. We must earn what I have called passive daily trading what? Trading profits. We must make sure if we want to be financially free with our robot, that there should be a way that we automatically automate Royalq. Am I speaking to someone? You connect to your Binance. You are sure that's to $200 purely from trading. I'll give you an example. And it all starts with having a clear picture. It all starts with having a clear picture. Let's take an example. In Royalq by Binance, by the way, I can show you that if you are not here. So just a minute. Just a minute. Someone is saying my volume is very low. Is it true? Am I not clear? So I'll switch off my video. Am I not clear? Someone is saying that my volume is very low. Is that true? Let me know in the chat. Okay, people are saying I'm clear. Okay, so let me share my screen. So let me go to my Royalq here and I share a few things. Okay, so when we come here to Royalq and tap on management, and then I tick all, you can see down here at the bottom, it will show you that in Binance, we have 380 coins. 380 coins. Can we all see that in the chat below? 380 coins. So I'll stop sharing. So whether it is spot or it is futures. So in futures, we have 33 coins in Binance. And like I'll teach next week, you don't need to get worried with futures. With futures, the new formula that I'm going to teach, next week, I'm going to simplify futures for you because I know you are all familiar now with the futures. So I'm going to teach you a simple way. Now let's take a lagging indicator like MACD, okay? Let's take an example because MACD is a lagging indicator. The network is unstable, but don't worry. Tomorrow we are installing uh, that internet. It is called what? I also don't remember, but 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 tomorrow tomorrow we are going to install that internet thing. But also me, I don't remember it. But tomorrow we are going to install that internet thing. The guys have started to travel. I didn't know that the thing will take such time and resources. But okay. Now, where were we? To focus, starting tomorrow. I believe things, everything is slow. But so now let's take an example. So number one, just a minute to disturb me. But okay. So we have 380 coins. On this, if each coin can give us $1, okay, maybe half of the coins. So if there are 380, let's say we are using MACD. MACD is a lagging indicator which will delay, but it always have results. Okay. So let us take 380 divided by 2, which will give us 190. If 190, if each coin gives us $1, that means we are sure of $190. If each coin gives us 0.5, we are sure of $95. Now, to make $95 a day in a coin, it means that, this I want to note, it means that the minimum first buying amount is not less than 100, because to get $1, you at least your first buying amount should be $100. I'm sharing a whiteboard. Are there people who can see? I see some of you cannot see here, but I know some of you can see. Some of you can see the whiteboard, right? Is that clear? Can some of you see the whiteboard? Please answer. Me, I'm already exhausted. You can even feel my voice. Some of you can see, some of you cannot see. But those who cannot see, please listen or move your finger around. Help me and answer. Me, I'm already exhausted. So basically, number one, you must make sure that you are trading. And you need to set a goal. Okay? You need to set a goal. And your goal should make sure that you plan to start automating your robot. And at least every single day, you can be able to make $95, whether the market is bullish or whether the market is bearish, by using indicators. And one of them I would recommend is MACD. But look here, guys, for you to make money, to make $95, you must be trading many coins or use ChatGPT to be specific on which to trade. But you need to be having enough capital. By calculating, not lying, you need something above $30,000 just for automation and above. These people who talk about 5,000, it's not true. You need at least $30,000 and above as your capital. Or you use ChatGPT. When you use ChatGPT, at least you need around $10,000 for automation. And you will use MACD because MACD will not give you false signals like RSI or KDJ. Am I speaking to someone? That should be one of our number one goal, that we must be, because we want to build wealth. We must be able to automate our robot. Am I speaking to someone? Let me know in the chat. Because we want to make money automatically. So you need to sit down and start thinking. You need to be making money whether you are eating, whether you are drinking, whether you are having sleepless nights. And we can only talk about freedom when at least you have $100 per day in automation. So that is one thing. So it should be one of your goals. We are talking about building wealth. It should be one of your goals. Passive income. Now, number two, and this is clear. So trading should be one. Number two, you need to build a team and rank up to have an active income. Now, I'm talking about two things. Number one, you need passive. But you also need active income. Because when you have many people who are making $100 automatically, do you see how you earn active income for free? And serious money in Royalq only starts when you become V4 and above. V1, V2, V3, you are still joking. Am I speaking to someone? Am I speaking to someone? Now, look here. You are getting active income. You are also getting passive income. Now, the next thing is you start holding blue chips. You start now hodling blue chips. Hodling blue chips. You start now building blue chips consistently. And I'm going to outline these stages once again. For example, guys, look here. Let me speak to your hearts. And I want you to understand me. If you put $100 in Solana and Solana gets to $1,000, if you are not making cool money, what will happen? Give me some answers in the chat. Give me some answers in the chat. By the way, do you know that by the time it reaches $300, you have already sold? And I'm genuine. How many of you have met people who are making statements like, I was around when Bitcoin was less than $1. I was around when Bitcoin is $200. I was around when Bitcoin is $500. How many of you have met such people? And some of them bought the. Do you know what? Because they cannot be able to have a source of income. At the end of the day, they sell these coins. It's like, imagine now, ladies and gentlemen, let me paint a picture. Look here. Ethereum is around $2,700. But do you know in the next 10 years, Ethereum might be $30,000 and above? Solana is around $200 to $300. Do you know that in the next 10 years, Solana will be $1,000 and above? Look here, guys. Do you know that Bitcoin is $100,000, but in the next 10 years, Bitcoin will be 5 million and above? And whoever will have bought at 100,000, by the time Bitcoin reaches 500,000, they will have sold. Am I speaking to somebody? Am I speaking to somebody? Who can give me the answer why? Most of the people who had Bitcoin when it was at 10,000, they no longer have it. Not because they don't understand the technology. Not because Bitcoin is not good enough. Because they don't have a wealthy building strategy. Now, when you work on your wealth building strategy, one, you have passive income, and I'm speaking to you sincerely. I don't want to lie to you. One, you have active income. Then you can consistently take a percentage of your trading profits, take a percentage of your active income and buy BTC without planning to sell it, and buy Ethereum without planning to sell it, and buy Solana without planning to sell it, and buy Sui without planning to sell it. Am I speaking to someone? You buy deep strategically. You don't have the fear. You hold with patience. You use the Royalq trading advantage to accumulate more tokens rather than just profit in USDT. You no longer now care. You no longer now care about the too much profit in USDT, because now you are using your Royalq trading advantage to accumulate more tokens rather than just profit USDT. You are focusing on building an asset base. You are focusing on building an asset base. You are focusing on building an asset base over time. These are your blue chips. You are focusing on these blue chips. The goal is while Royalq grows your USDT, you quietly build wealth by stacking valuable crypto assets. James, stop writing in my screen. Am I speaking to somebody? Let me know. I'm exhausted, but this is very important to all of you. So point number one, we need passive income. Point number two, we need active income. It's not a pretense. Point number three, we need to start building blue chips. You take a percentage of your trading capital, you buy and hold solid coins. You will not be dying on meme tokens. Am I speaking to someone? We shall not see you telling people, buy this meme token, it will change your life. You focus on blue chips. America is gonna sell its gold to buy Bitcoin. As they are buying, you are buying. You are not on TikTok, you are not on YouTube telling people this meme coin is going to change your life. Why? Because you know this is wind. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the coins that were around in 2021 are no longer appearing today. But the blue chips will always stay. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? You see, how many of you have existed in the crypto market space? And then someone says, a whale whose account was inactive for 10 years has been reactivated today. How many of you have seen that? Blue chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana. Those are blue chips. It is not noise cryptocurrencies. They tell you a whale whose account has been dormant for the last 11 years and it's full of billions of money. How many people want that? In your 60s, in your 70s, as a retirement package, you open your account, it has 10 billion. You say, let me eat 1 billion until I die. You already have these normal assets of buildings, of land. You decide to start eating 10 billion and you can't finish the money. And this, wealth is built. It's like a family is built. Relationship is built. But, how are we going to achieve this? So we are going to reinvest and compound our money. We are going to grow from small to big by compounding our gains. Don't withdraw too early. Reinvest your profits monthly. Increase your trading capital and add more coins to diversify income streams. That's why from today, I want you to start identifying certain coins. Put them on a repeated cycle. The blue chips, Solana, Ethereum. Am I speaking to someone? Bitcoin. Put them on a MACD in 15 minutes in the oversold area. Am I speaking to someone? So that whenever there is an opportunity, I don't understand XRP. XRP is a centralized coin. I don't like XRP. And my sharing is open-hearted. These fools of XRP, they have repeatedly talked about how they are introducing banks into their system. But none of their system of the banking things they are talking about is on a blockchain. The systems are off-chain. It means that the insiders are the only ones benefiting from that nonsense. That's why I don't like them. but not in a bad way. I hope you have understood me. But XRP is not clear. XRP is not transparent. But Ethereum is transparent. Solana is transparent. BNB is transparent. So me, I better put my time, and I'm going long term. And I'm going long term. So guys, what I'm saying is that you are going to increase your capital. You are going to reinvest your team building income into your trading account. Let your money work hard for you over time. I've seen people who say, me, I'm a crypto holder. If you don't have a stable income source, in the next 10 years, you will not have that Solana. Give me a yes if I'm speaking to you. If you don't have a stable income source, in the next 10 years, you will not have that Bitcoin. If you don't have a stable income source, in the next 10 years, you will not have that Ethereum. Why? Because it requires you to keep buying. Am I speaking to someone? Hodling is not a strategy of buying once and keep. It is a strategy of your goal is to accumulate. And the reason of accumulating is not to sell. You want to go for the next 10 years. You want to go for the next 30 years. You want to become financially free from you and generations to come. And I want to speak to you. One of the most important things of this call is to remind you that crypto is real. I know some of you, you have doubt. I know some of you, you don't believe that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. But one of the most important things that I want to educate you about before even I finish my strategy that on building wealth with Royalq, cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Let me go logical. Let me go logical. Let me go logical. And I want you to answer me. Let me go logical. And I want you to answer me. According to the increased population of this world, do we have enough land to cater for everybody? And I'm going logical now. According to the increased population in the world, do we have enough land to cater for everybody? That everybody will have land, everybody will have a farm, everybody will have, am I speaking? So it means that there is increasing population, but decrease the resources. It means that the world is getting into a digitalized economy. How many of you think that in the next 10 years, we shall still have the paper money? How many of you think that in the next 10 years, we shall still have the paper money? Let me know in the chat. In the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, transactions are going to be digital. In the next 10 years, transactions are going to be digital. Money is going to move away from paper to digital money. How many are now understanding me? In the next 10 years, we are not going to be touching money. But now look, big question. What do you think a country like Saudi Arabia, which has a lot of oil, is buying Bitcoin. Can we reason about that? One of the richest countries in the world, Saudi Arabia. Why are they buying Bitcoin? Why is America buying Bitcoin? Why is China buying Bitcoin? Why is Russia buying Bitcoin? It means that they want now to create a new reserve whereby the digital currencies that are going to come in the new world, do you copy? Are now going to be backed up by the Bitcoin. Do you copy? Do you copy? That countries that will have more Bitcoin will be more powerful. Their currencies will have more power than others. Do you copy? That if we hold those blue chips, as these countries are using these blue chips for their transactions, what will happen to our finances? They will grow. Our value will grow. That you will decide to spend quarter of a Bitcoin and you are living a luxury life. Let me give an example. And unless this sits in your mind, it will be very hard for you to be wealthy. It will be very hard for you to be wealthy. Someone is saying, you are drinking sweet. It's not good for your body. Do you know what I'm taking before you judge? Do you know what I'm taking before you judge? Me, I went to school. Me, I'm not. You don't know what I'm taking before you judge me, my brother. Hey, my friend, I'm taking before you judge. Let me put that aside. But let's go. Let's go to what I'm talking about. Let's go to what I'm talking about. Let's go to what I'm talking about. Are we able to compound? So now, you need to create passive income. You need to create active income to be able to buy blue chips. So in summary, in summary, in summary, in summary, in summary, you need the Royalq trading board. Your ultimate number one goal is to create an income type. And the income type should be passive. And it should be able to give you money on a daily basis. And it should be based on the spot trading. Start trading. You will accumulate wealth in futures. You need low risk. You cannot create passive income in futures. Are you able to copy? Give me one in the chat. You cannot create passive income with futures because once you are liquidated, you even lose your understanding. So that is one. Number two, you need active income. You need active income. You need active income. Summarizing, CD, listen to my summary before you ask it. You need active income. Then number 3, you need long-term passive. You need long-term passive. And long-term passive, I'm saying, make money as you trade, make money as you build a team, start accumulating blue chips. Not to sell them. Your goal is to buy them and keep them. I hope my point is clear. Number 4, compounding. I have given you an example, and I want you to start on this journey. I want you to start on this journey. That in Binance, we have 380 coins. If you are trading half of them, and each coin gives you $1 a day, how much will you have made? 190. Now you can trade the top 100 coins by market capitalization. But by minimum, at least each coin needs to have taken $500. So go to ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT give you a $500 setting strategy. Apply MACD, which is a minimum. You know, when you are building something passive, there should be minimal risk. How many of you understand that? Growth of wealth is not built by pa. Growth of wealth doesn't move by shiny objects. That's why no one can become wealthy by gambling. Am I speaking to someone? Nobody can become wealthy by gambling. That's why if you are addicted to returns on investment, do you know that when you lose in this one, you join the other one? How many of you know that? That if you are addicted, but can you still hear me? Am I still loud and clear? If you are addicted to returns on investment, you are ever chasing them, you can't become wealthy. But am I still around? Guys, am I still loud and clear? Someone is asking why. Do you know that if you are a gambler, you can't become wealthy? If you gamble, you can't become wealthy. You can't. So if you have a mindset, that I'm going to come in crypto with $100, and within 1 month I have $1 million, this business will not work for you. Do you know why? Because when you enter coin and it enters floating loss, You sell to start a new one. So you lose $10. By the end of the month, you have one. And you tell people, all the money is gone in floating loss because you were gambling the money to be rich faster. Am I speaking to somebody? Am I speaking to somebody? You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't build wealth with such a mindset. So make sure that you do those activities. So if you want to build a long run, the smart combo is trade daily, reinvest, build, accumulate solid coins. Trade daily, reinvest, build a team, and accumulate solid coins. Don't accumulate kwa. Don't be everywhere. Buy this meme token, it's gonna make you a millionaire. Buy this meme token, it's gonna make you a millionaire. Those facts never work. A small PDF in the chat. So by building a team, make sure you educate, mentor, and train others. Offer mentorship, onboarding, helping, crypto education to newbies. Use social medias like WhatsApp, Telegram, TikTok, and X to teach and attract your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, position yourself as a trusted guide. Is this you have a problem? And let me come on camera. When you start making some money, you go to your TikTok accounts, you start talking about funny meme tokens. People put in their money, they lose their money, you lose your credibility. Am I speaking to someone? You lose your credibility. And like some of you, you start the business, you got social media, you start making noise. People send you their money, they tell you to buy for them crypto, you run away with the money. Because you think you can get wealthy faster and you lose the credibility. You lose the credibility. You pretend to be very busy. You were persistent. People need to know you about something. And this is a new era, it's a new age. So with your graph, never see me have network glitches. I'm solving that for good. So trade daily, reinvest your profits, Build a team. So this is the graph. Let me share it. Let me share it. And let me come back here on Zoom. Let me share it. And I'm gonna give to every platform. So let me share my screen. Then I share the simple strategy we have talked about today. Then that will be the end of the day. So blue chips, I've said it is Ethereum. I've talked about Ethereum. So here is the graph. I hope it's clear. So here is the graph. I'm going to share it. Royalq building wealthy strategy. Trade with the bot daily. It should be your goal. And I've told you use the MACD because it is risk preservative. So minimum $300 and above, you could start. Go get a strategy of $300 and above, a conservative one. Okay, a conservative one. Okay, a conservative one. $300 and above. Okay. Now, when you make the profit, reinvest the profits. Number two, build a team and ranker because you need money. Number three, hold the solid coins, build chips. When I talk about building chips, I'm talking about the main coins that have shown a stood of time. Coins like Solana, coins like Bitcoin, coins like BNB, coins like Ethereum. Number three, the last one, educate and mentor others. I have also gone to TikTok just to say, and I found people who go draw candles, they are online drawing candles, trying to show how crypto works. Let me ask a genuine question, and I need an answer from you guys. If you find me online talking about those candles, won't you get scared? Let me know in the chat. Won't you get scared? You find me drawing things. Oh, the market, it moves up. I have seen people complicating these things and they are not making money. The reason is simple. They make cryptocurrency look hard. People are not looking for experts. People are looking for strategies to make money. Simplify the money-making game. The other second question I usually ask, if you bring me in the business, will I be able also to do the same thing you are doing? But question, is it easy for someone to use MACD when they start Royalq? Some answers in the chat. Is it easy for someone to go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give them a trading strategy for $300? Give me some answers. When you come here and ask me, I tell you, go to ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT. Here is let me give you the what you even put. I have even come up with, together we have come up, it was not even me. Together we have come up with a strategy. This is what you put. You just change the word. Give me a strategy. Let me type here in the chat. Give me, you have developed a unique strategy Uh-huh. A unique strategy. A unique strategy for $300 that is profitable. It is in the chat. Can anybody download Chat GPT and put in that question and get an answer? So the Chat GPT gives the person a $300 strategy. Then I give the person a video to use MacD. Bingo! They make money. Is that hard? Let me know in the chat. Is that hard? Is that hard to do? I just need to copy this message. I store it GPT. How I even don't need it to think. So those coins are enough. You don't need many. Because unless you create, because I've told you guys, you will keep buying for a long period of time. You are not going to put in $100 and you become a millionaire. Was that clear? Was that message clear? And unless you have an active income, you will not. When they try to go down, you feel like losing your money and you will sell. Let me know if I'm right. If they try to go up, the profit is too much. You feel like you want to sell. When they delay moving, you feel like they are delaying your profitability. You move out. Becoming wealthy would not be easy for you. Let me give a logical answer. Have you had people whose parents died when they are very wealthy and now they are broke? Let me know. Have you heard of families? Their parents died when they are very wealthy, but that family is broke? Because when they received the wealth, they're selling off everything. Do you understand me now? They just started selling off everything. Let's 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 become rich. Let's buy Porsche cars because let's have iPhones. And it was very important to be here at my age. I'm even very grateful to God. At my age and the money I make in crypto, at this time I would be busy in clubs pushing money. Do you know that? Do you know that? At my age, and because it is very little money. At my age, I would be in clubs pushing money, trying to show other people how good it is to have money. But I'm building wealth. I'm building wealth. I'm not chasing money. That's why I'm here. And that's why I'm not treating it for advantage to be here. And people usually ask me, why are you not living a lavish life? I'm building wealth. I'm not chasing money. And I know wealth is built. To be very healthy, the graph that I'm sharing on a Telegram is very important. Start up a strategy, a minimum of $300. As you are trading, make sure you have a reserve. Have your 1,000, have your 2,000, have your 3,000. That is dormant. If there is any coin doing well, you take advantage, grab the money, and run away. Is that clear? Coins are pumping. You have your free 3,000. You have your free 3,000. You have your free 1,000 just in your account. For that, a coin comes up like LPT. It has a good entry. It is doing well. You take. How many of you saw the signal I gave 10% today? How many of you saw the signal? There's a signal I gave today. And I said take 10%. Imagine you had $3,000. You would take 10% of $3,000. And this would help you because you're on a mission. Build wealth with Royalq. Then when you make the money, then you can take the 200 profit, put it in Bitcoin. Will you care whether Bitcoin goes to 70? Let me know in the chat. Will you care when Solana gets to $100? It's none of your business. If it goes up, well and good. If it goes down, well and good. You are accumulating. Eh? Eh? Because you have a strategy. So, ladies and gentlemen, create passive income, create active income. Make sure you are building a team. Make sure you are ranking up. Those are very important. Make sure you are mentoring others on all social media platforms you decide to use, whether Facebook, whether TikTok, whether Telegram, whether WhatsApp. And if you don't know what to say, use ChatGPT. It's very serious. So I wish you the best. I hope you have learned something from today's call. I'll drop the Telegram link in a few minutes. And also I'll drop the graph in the chat. I hope I've done my work because the learning is in the doing and the rest is up. You don't miss tomorrow. We shall have Leader Doris Angel with us tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, to basically talk about new Royalq orientation. So those of you who are on the call, please don't miss tomorrow. So I have shared the link in the chat. I'll now come to the Telegram channel and I'll drop the graph. Okay? So now I'll drop the graph. Thanks for attending. The best is here. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto is not going anywhere. I've done my part to open your eyes. I pray your third eye gets open because unless your third eye gets open, you may check us in the next 10 years and you may not be able to comprehend what God has done in our lives. You may not be able to comprehend in the next 10 years, what God has done in our lives. You might be wondering, you might be spectating, you might be thinking that maybe we are not the same. But the good thing is, I have done it before anything happens to our lives. I've done my part, and you not blame me. You blame yourself for not taking the decision. I've given you the formula. I have given you the tactic. I've done all I can. It's up to you now to do your part. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what is coming is bigger than what you expect. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Viva Royalq, because action takers are money makers. Good night, everybody, and love you. Bye bye.